Yes, sir. Ambassador Plays back in the building. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Not just well, but swell. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, that was a long way, y'all. That was a long way. We had to really wind that one up, man, because today we got a good video as we got some Kakunsa gameplay playing in the background. And what I have to say real fast about Kakunsa is she's actually solid, man. This is not a character that you see played very often whatsoever in any way, shape, fashion, or form. But she's actually solid, man. I'm not going to lie. I can think of a few characters worse than her, and that's saying something, seeing as that she is like a not even a secondary or tertiary character when it comes to Dragon Ball, right? And so she's actually very solid in terms of like the kit and stuff that they gave her. So we were on, this is from maybe like a week or two ago, and we got some good gameplay. Hopefully you guys enjoy this. Man, that Whis, as you can see right there, was so scared of how we challenged him that, bro, he didn't even rematch. So it is what it is, man. Y'all enjoy this gameplay. Y'all chat with me because it's time for another AP commentary video. Listen, man, have y'all ever been the victim of somebody's bad day? Man, let me tell y'all something. Okay, so I have been the victim of somebody's bad day more times than I can count. And it's important for you guys to understand, I work with the traveling public. I work with the traveling public for a living. So you catch people in all kinds of moods when you work the kind of job that I work. You catch people who have just finished celebrating 10 years of marriage or just finished getting married for the first time ever, and they're hyped on cloud 9. They're so happy, they're so grateful. And then you you run into some people that are just having a terrible day. Some people have missed their flight not once, not twice, but 3 times over. Other people are on their way to a funeral, bro. So the chances of you becoming the victim of somebody's bad day are just very, very high when you work the kind of job that I work with the traveling public, because you don't get to choose who you run into. So let me give y'all like an example, bro. So the other day I'm sitting here working. I'm working and I'm talking to this lady and I'm like, hey, you like the badge that you presented, you have to do more. Like, you just presented your badge, but you didn't badge in. There's a code, right? There's a code. So when you present that specific badge right there, you gotta badge in. You can't just present the badge and then move on. You can't just present the badge and move on. You have to badge in. That's a part of the process. And she's like, okay, but my place doesn't have like a thing for me to badge in. And I'm like, okay, I was like, I get that. You know, this is a new thing that they implemented maybe 2 months ago. I get what you're saying. Don't get me wrong. I get what you're saying, but that doesn't also at the same time does not change what I'm saying. You have to badge in. This is not an optional thing, right? And I didn't say that part. I didn't say this is not an optional thing because some people might be like, you know, that was unnecessary. By the way, pay attention to this gameplay in the background. I was beating on this dude, bro. And so, yeah, I was like, you know, that's not really like an optional thing. You have to badge in, you understand? And she was like, okay, well, I don't know my code, so can I just show you my my regular ID? And so now at this point, I'm in my head, I'm like, I already told you what you have to do. Why are you asking me if you can do this alternative thing if that's not one of the things I told you you could do or you had to do? But I didn't say that. I was like, nah, ma'am, you can't present that. You actually have to use the badge that you tried to badge in with and badge in properly. Type in your code. And she's like, well, you can't just take my other ID instead of holding up this line? How did we get here? Yo, like, where is the compliance? Where's the understanding? You know, like, bro, I just told you what you had to do, and you're not doing it. You're literally not doing it. I'll give y'all another example. Oh, boy, I got examples for days. I'm coming through. I got to check this dude bag. I'm checking a certain item. He's like, yo, are you going to sit here and check every last one of those? And so I turn, and I'm like, I don't even respond. When he say that, I don't even respond. I just do like this. I don't respond verbally. I just do like this. So he right here, he's like, yo, are you going to have to check every last one of those? And I'm like this. And so I keep moving. He like, man, I done brought this everywhere I fly, and they never stopped me before. Man, you taking all day. I'm still cool, calm, and collected, chat. I'm cool, calm, and collected. All 3. I'm just sitting here just doing my job, bro. I'm like, not letting the noise bother me. I'm doing my job, bro. then I guess those previous comments, those 2 comments that he made was not enough for bro. So I'm checking his bag. I'm doing what I do, man. Moving at a good pace, moving at a reliable pace so that I can get the job done, but also do it well. And then he says, man, are you new? And I ain't gonna lie, when I heard that, I was dang near like, but like, now you disrespecting me. Am I new? You saying I'm trashing my job? That's what you're saying? I'm trashing my job because you thought you was just gonna fly through here without getting this item checked. Listen, when you work the job that I work, it's certain items that you have to check regardless of what you think or what your feelings are about it. My feelings don't change it, and the passenger feelings don't change it. I have to check your bag, buddy. So it's like, why you gonna come over here and ask me if I'm new, bro? If you gonna ask me if I'm new because you don't like the process that you gotta go through. Well, buddy, nobody made you bring this item. You chose to. And it's not my fault if other airports had stopped you either. Listen, all we can do is do our job at this airport. I'm not responsible for any other airport. So before you say, well, when I was flying through here, they let me keep... Bro, I don't care. Let me save you some time. Keep your oxygen. I don't care. Let me reserve you some breath. I don't care. So just stop. And I wish people knew that. But yeah, man, like when you become a victim of somebody's bad day, it really sucks because 9 times out of 10, this is like your first interaction with them. And then 2, a lot of the times you don't know the person. Or you don't know the person. Now let me give y'all an interesting one, bro. Let me give y'all an interesting one. How many of y'all are married that watch my channel or have girlfriends that watch my channel? Only those folks that are married or have girlfriends will be able to relate to this one. Have you ever become a victim of your partner's bad day? And when I say partner, I'm talking about woman only. If you are a man, I'm talking about a woman only. Alright, I just want to specify that real fast. How many of y'all have become a victim of your partner's bad day? Typically, it's on a certain cycle. Typically, it's during a certain point of a certain month. And this partner, is particularly irritable, bro. So, let me tell y'all. My wife and I messing around, playing around, making little jokes. She'll make a joke. I'm like, I'll make a joke. She like, it's not funny. Hey, dang, I thought we was just playing. Nope, doesn't work like that. Listen, y'all, when you're in a relationship with a woman, there are certain rules that are unwritten. Nobody tells you about these rules. Nobody prepares you for these rules. Nobody gives you a cheat sheet so that you can consistently pass the test. You have to learn on the fly. And what happens when you learn on the fly, you're going to end up becoming a victim of that partner's bad day, that woman's bad day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And then when it's like now I don't know how to feel because you done already victimized me. I didn't do anything to cause this type of reaction from you, yet you still reacting in that kind of way. Like, come on, man. Where's my grace at? You feel me? Where's my grace at? You know? But there's none of that. And none of that. You know what I'm saying? So, it might just tough, bro. And then it's like, okay, once you realize the situation of becoming somebody's bad day, it's like, okay, I don't want to turn around and make your day even worse, because if I do, man, all hell is gonna break loose. Because if I do, man, all hell gonna break loose now. Right? So it's like, dang, now it's like I just gotta take it. Essentially, I just gotta take the treatment. I gotta take the bad day treatment. Even though I'm not the one, ma'am, sir, I'm not the one who caused you to have a bad day. Do you know that? Do you know that? Do you know I didn't cause you to have a bad day? Nope, they're not concerned with that. And so now whatever they have said to you unprovoked, whatever they have said to you undeserved, you got a choice to make. All right. Do I do like the Bible say and turn the other cheek whenever I'm offended or slighted by somebody, something that somebody says intentionally? Or do I return fire like a, do I return fire? I ain't gonna lie, the type of person I am, y'all. The type of person I am, I just like turn the other cheek. But sometimes I do return fire. But when I return fire, it's classy. Let me tell y'all, okay? Let me give y'all a perfect example. So the story earlier, y'all remember when the dude was like, man, are you new? You know what I'm saying? Are you new? Because I was checking the bags. He's like, okay, so I'm going to tell you the rest of that story. He said, are you new? He's like, because I got a flight to catch. You sitting here taking out every last one. Now, mind you, he had already asked me previously if I was going to have to take out every last one. Buddy, of course. You already knew the answer to that question before you even asked it. Buddy, of course, I'm taking out. You thought I was just going to take out one or two? Oh, you thought I was just going to take out the first couple? If it's the same thing in the bag that got stopped in the first place and you got multiple of them, buddy, I'm taking out all of them. Why would I take out one or two? Use your brain. Use your brain. Use your brain. Like, I got to sing a kid song to you for you to understand what's going on. But anyway, he had already said that to me, you understand? So then he says, you must be new. I got a flight to catch. You over here sitting over here taking forever, taking out every last one. So then at that point, I zipped the bag up. I zip the bag up. Yeah, I do like this. Y'all see me? Y'all see me? I zip the bag up. Because now it's like, bro, you playing. Now it's like, bro, you playing. So I zip the bag up. I turn around. This dude right here. Then I turn around. I say, sir, are you going to allow me to do my job so that I can help you catch this so-called flight that you want to catch so bad? Or are you going to continue interrupting me? You know what I'm saying? Are you going to let me do my job? And I say, sir, just because something happened once in the past does not automatically make it normative. We have rules and regulations that we have to follow. So again, would you allow me to do my job so that I can get you on this flight that you so desperately need to catch? Oh, my bad, bro. My bad, bro. That's how, like, you know what I'm saying? Instantly, it's funny because it's like you can tell he didn't expect me to respond. You can tell he probably in his mind, in his expectation, he probably just expected me to go, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Whatever you say. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, bro. No, because I'm not going to let that slide over and over and over. Guys, you have to remember, it was not one or two. It was like 3-4 instances before I finally turned around and made sure, you know what I'm saying, to check, bro. That's all it was. It was a respectful but stern check. I had to check you, my brother, because it's like, look, I didn't do anything for these unwarranted comments, bro. All you got to do is comply. And here's what I think people don't understand. When I'm at work and you doing things, you arguing with me about my job, the rules, the regulations, and the procedures. For the flight that you so desperately want to catch, you're actually postponing it for yourself. You're actually making it take longer for yourself. If you were to just hush your mouth, hush up. If you were to just be quiet, bro, we would be on this thing already. So yeah, man, I wanted to get on here and talk to y'all about that because I feel like that's a very relatable situation right there, man. I know every last one of y'all have been in this situation. So here's what I want y'all to do. Y'all drop down below in the comments to me about a time that y'all have become the victim of somebody's bad day. This should be fun. This should be fun. Y'all let me know if y'all got the time to spare. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure to drop down below in the comments about a time you were the victim of somebody's bad day. And I'm talking about when you're a victim of somebody's bad day, it's not anything necessarily that you have done, said. It's not necessarily the way you look. I mean, who knows with these folks? It could be the way you look. You know what I'm saying? They mess around and disrespect you just because they don't like the size of your nose. Yeah, man, y'all let me know, man. Like I said, I work with the traveling public for a living, man. My full-time job is working with the traveling public. So, unfortunately, I've been in this situation more times than I care to actually admit. But, yeah, man, at the end of the day, it's all cool. Like, I can look at it as an opportunity to practice patience with my wife and my children, right? Because when you're married as a man, sometimes you might hear something that you don't necessarily like from your wife or your children. Do you let that mug slide? No, but you learn how to deal with it properly without screaming and yelling. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, you always got an option to use your perspective to benefit you. And so you can either use your perspective to look at a situation like, dang, this glass of water almost empty. Or you can say, you know what? It could be empty, but that glass of water actually half full. You see the difference in that mindset right there? See that difference in that mindset right there? So that's how I take that, man. Y'all let me know how y'all take that. Y'all let me know if y'all are people who are good at dealing with, situations like this, or if y'all are people who struggle dealing with situations like this. And that's all I have for y'all today, man. I love y'all so much, man. Jesus loves you. And let me just tell y'all, thank y'all for the support. Thank you for the views. Thank you for the comments, man. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for what the Lord's doing with this channel. And I hope you guys are excited with what the Lord's doing with this channel as well. We're very unique. We're set apart. And that's what I pray for day in and day out, man. So I hope y'all are blessed. I hope y'all enjoyed that. He declined the rematch. We put BTA. And I catch y'all in the next video. Peace.